of the biggest challenges I face while making these videos is that as I write them, I'm also in the process of healing and unpacking how each topic has affected me personally. I usually keep my struggles tucked far away in the back of my mind, but putting my silly little brain out there for the world to see has turned out to be one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. It helps me and it helps others too. And that's without mentioning my therapist watches all of these. Hi Rosie! In doing this, I've learned so much about myself. It's like looking through a window at past versions of me and letting myself heal. In one recent video, I talked about how as a kid I saw life through a chart. Everyone had a place and I liked it best when they all stayed close to the middle line. Balance and predictability were the foundation of my peace of mind. Turns out that's something called autism. And after finishing that video, it hit me. That chart never left. And it explains a part of why it was so easy for me to disappear from the world and turn into a shut-in. As I got older, the chart expanded faster than I could keep up. People moved farther from that center line, and everything I knew turned into something else. All of it felt foreign and overwhelming, so I pulled myself out of it. Without realizing it, I became a self-isolated loner. I clung to any excuse to stay home, and my room became my only safe place. By the time the lockdown hit, I was already hiding from the world. But even then, I still had goals. I was determined to take every test I could to get into a school in the American South. I wanted to become a teacher with 4 pet rats and the ability to afford all the medical care I needed. And that dream was cemented when I met my older sister Alice. Whatever path I took, I wanted it to be alongside theirs. But then something happened that shattered what was left of my sense of safety. One afternoon, I was riding an empty bus back home. It was just me and the driver until a man got on. Even though there were plenty of seats, he stood right beside me. Minutes passed and he never moved. I felt his breath and I couldn't understand why he was still there so close. And then it happened again and again and again. My brain shut off. I couldn't process it. I kept thinking, this isn't real. This can't be happening. But it was. I was busted. When I got home, I heard people say things like, welcome to womanhood, or that's just how it is here, as if this was some kind of rite of passage. That's when I truly realized there is no safe place for me. I don't belong here. Maybe I don't belong anywhere. That was the moment I gave in to the depression I'd always carried. I sealed myself in my room. I moved everything within arm's reach of my bed. I stopped eating. I stopped leaving. My only comfort was the soft glow of my computer screen. Of course, it wasn't just this one event that made me a shut-in. It was everything. I had already dropped out of school. My agoraphobia worsened. Years passed, and I only got sicker physically and mentally. Going into the gritty details would be too much, but at my worst, I was the textbook definition of a shut-in. I didn't care for myself. I was terrified of everything. Time stopped making sense. I couldn't tell if it was day or night. All I saw was Discord status icons, and I was convinced that my room would be my tomb. Nobody was coming to save me. Still, deep down, I held on to something. I kept studying, researching, doing whatever I could. Even if I couldn't step outside, even if I was scared of everything, even if I felt broken. But then I had to face reality. I'm just a disabled trans girl from Mexico who dreams of immigrating to America on her own. And lately, that dream feels more impossible than ever. In my video about agoraphobia, I mentioned that I got so sick that I started experiencing daily psychosis. And at one of my lowest points, I decided I didn't want to feel anymore. I ended up in the hospital. Then came recovery, then I came back here. Recovery meant making changes. I wasn't allowed to live in trash piles or sit in total darkness anymore. I had to eat during the day and sleep at night. After what happened, the people around me changed too. Some told me they wish they'd been there for me. And for the first time in a long time, I got a lot of closure. My loved ones, especially my big sister, gave me the support I needed to start healing. One step at a time, they gave me my life back. Today, I still hold on to the same same dream, though with smaller hopes and simpler expectations. For now, I focus on myself. I water my little indoor brain plant and once in a while, try to let some light in. Thanks for watching, Sleepyhead. I know this video has a sadder tone, but I hope it helped you understand what it's like inside the mind of someone like me, a shut-in. This is my biggest struggle, and I'll keep fighting through it as long as I need to. As always, take care, stay cozy, and good nighty!